welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole, and today I'm very excited because we are making cake. And anytime I am making cake or anything dessert related, I am extra excited because I don't know about you guys, but I have a major sweet tooth, and I, funny enough, used to not like carrot cake. That's what we're making today. It's for Easter because it's that time of year. And yeah, I never was a carrot cake lover. I think like most other things that I don't like, it's because I had like the really sugary versions that are at the store, just like why I don't like coconut either. I used to just try like the sweetened coconut. So once I started making carrot cake at home, I was able to adjust the sweetness levels and just kind of make it my own. And I am obsessed. It's so good, it's so moist. You get veggies in there and you call it dessert, like what's not to love? So I'm gonna share how I like to healthify my carrot cake recipe, as well as a delicious cream cheese frosting. No, there's no cashews in this frosting. There's actual cream cheese, but I'm gonna show you guys how to lighten it up just a little bit. This recipe is actually inspired by my carrot cake muffins recipe, which is already on the blog. I will link that down below, but without further ado, let's hop into the video. So we're first gonna start off with our wet ingredients. In a small bowl, I'm gonna mix together my almond milk with some apple cider vinegar, and what this is gonna do is create a dairy-free buttermilk. This is also great even if you do eat dairy. It's just great just to make buttermilk on the spot without having to buy a huge carton of it. You can just make as much as you need for your recipe. Give it a quick whisk and set it aside for 10 to 15 minutes to curdle and thicken. In another large bowl, we're gonna start adding the rest of our wet ingredients. So I have a couple of eggs here. I'm just gonna crack them in. Unsweetened applesauce. This is gonna give the cake lots of moisture, and it also helps reduce the amount of butter or oil you need to add. For sweetener, I have, you guessed it, my favorite, coconut sugar. Gives a really nice kind of deep caramel flavor to your recipes. And then I'm using avocado oil. You can really use any oil you like, even coconut oil would work. I'm also adding in some maple syrup and vanilla extract. At this point, you can go ahead and add in that dairy-free buttermilk that's been sitting off to the side and give everything a nice whisk to combine. In the same bowl, we're gonna go ahead and just sift in the dry ingredients. It's not only quicker, but it's also less dishes that you have to wash afterwards. I have spelt flour, almond flour. For spices, I have some cinnamon, ground ginger, nutmeg, and sea salt. Baking soda to help it rise. It's gonna activate with that apple cider vinegar that we added with the almond milk and really give it a nice, airy, fluffy texture. And then just continue to sift in the dry ingredients. Whisk to combine both the wet and dry together, and then you can just fold in your shredded carrots. Now, I actually just did this with my food processor. There's like a shredding attachment that I love. You can also use a box grater or even buy shredded carrots. I swear you can buy everything now at the grocery store. And you're just gonna switch to a spatula and just gently fold the carrots in. You don't wanna overmix the batter at this point. It's okay if it's still a little lumpy. It's gonna keep it nice and fluffy. I have a prepared 9x9 inch baking pan that I just greased with some coconut oil and lined with parchment paper. The coconut oil underneath helps it stick better. And then I'm just gonna pour in that delicious batter, smooth it out with the back of a spatula, and then pop this into a preheated oven to bake and rise. In a bowl, you're gonna combine together some Greek yogurt or skyr. Skyr is just a bit thicker, and I personally really like it. Then we're gonna add some cream cheese. Now, I wanted to make this a more traditional carrot cake and just go for the cream cheese. Just look for a good quality one that doesn't have too many additives. I always get mine from the health food section. And then to sweeten it up, I have some raw honey and some vanilla extract for just that burst of flavor. Blend that all together with an electric hand mixer, or you can just even do it by hand if you want. And then once the cake is done, you can just let it cool in the pan for a little bit and then transfer it to a cooling rack. Once it's fully cooled, you can then go ahead and spread over that delicious lightened cream cheese frosting. Honestly, guys, this stuff is so good. I was just licking it out of the bowl, eating it like yogurt. So I had to get it on the cake ASAP, so I didn't eat it all. And then you can just sprinkle on some crushed walnuts or pecans just to give it a nice little crunch on top. It also looks really pretty. And then just slice it up into 9 pieces, or you can even make them smaller if you want, but trust me, you want a good helping of this cake. And then go ahead and dig in. It's perfectly moist and spiced with the nutmeg and cinnamon and ginger. It's such a delicious treat for this time of year. All right, health nuts, there you have it. That is my healthy carrot cake recipe. I would love to know, what is your favorite type of cake? Leave me a comment down below. Also, if you guys wanna make this recipe gluten-free, Be sure to download my free flour guide. I'll leave a link down below. It's basically a bunch of healthy flours that I love to use in the HealthNut kitchen. I give you guys like a flour 101 guide. It's free. All you have to do is enter your email and you will get it straight to your inbox. And in that guide, I actually have my HealthNut gluten-free flour blend. It's so good. You can just sub the spelt flour in this recipe for that gluten-free flour blend, and you won't even know it's gluten-free. It's that good. So definitely check out the link down below for that, as well as the recipe for this carrot cake will be in the info box as well. It'll be over on the blog, so you can save it, print it, pin it, whatever you gotta do to get this recipe into your mouth by Easter. All right, I have a bunch, actually, I just cut up a bunch of squares. This is very dangerous for me to have cake by myself, but my brother's coming over shortly to watch Cashew, so he's gonna enjoy some cake as well. But I'm gonna take a little bite. Do you see those layers? All right, I'm gonna go finish eating this. Make sure you guys subscribe if you aren't already. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on this channel here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.